So I've not really made a video like this before, and I'm not entirely sure how they go. I actually kind of reserved this style of video for when I eventually messed up properly on YouTube and had to make some sort of half-hearted YouTuber-esque apology. But yeah, so for a bit of context as to what this video is and why I'm making it, this weekend I was racing at Brands Hatch in the Brick Car Endurance Series, as I have been the entire season with Praga. We had just finished qualifying. I was actually in pretty good spirits, actually. Qualifying went fairly well. I put in a decent lap. I felt like I was driving really good. And between qualifying and the race, there's about an hour and a bit gap, but there's more racing that sort of happens. We aren't the only series that races there at the weekend. There are multiple series there each weekend to get as much track time in as possible. And during that sort of break, I was having a bit of lunch, sort of relaxing a bit, getting myself ready for the race. And when you're at a racetrack, anyone who sort of has been to a racetrack, you know there's always this constant noise of cars going around. It's always there. There's always some noise, because that's just what a racetrack is, of course. Very loud place. And sort of noticed that like the noise had disappeared and been replaced with an odd kind of silence. And again, anyone that's been to a racetrack will know that silence is a bit more, it stands out more than noise. So once it was going on, and saw that everyone was crowded around in the pit lane looking towards T1, towards Paddock Hill, I sort of went over, had a look myself, and thought, oh, that's not good. That's a big one. I don't want to talk about the incident itself too much. I don't think that's respectful. But once we saw that there was not one, but two ambulances at the scene, you sort of know at that point that something's gone horribly wrong. And in the paddock, everyone is just trying to find out information. Everyone needs to know. It stops becoming your race weekend then, and it becomes just this almost, I don't know what the word is really, like you just have to know. It's built into you. You need to find information about what's happened, who's involved, are they okay? And that's all that's going through your head. And it's all went through my head. I did see the incident briefly. I would encourage you not to go looking for it and not posting it anywhere. Again, it's just not respectful or appropriate, I think. But after seeing the incident and seeing the amount of people up there, you sort of end up coming to your own conclusions, which unfortunately don't really like being right about stuff like this, but that was the case. It turned out a yet unnamed marshal lost their life at the incident at T1 at Paddock Hill. And I don't really know what to say in these situations. I didn't really know whether I should make a video or not. Is that appropriate? I don't know. I wanted to do something other than sort of put out a vague message on social media, sort of talking about what's happened, because being at a track full stop for me is still a new experience. Racing is a new experience, and I'm very fortunate to do it. And I wouldn't be able to do these things. I wouldn't be able to go and live these experiences without these marshals who go to the circuit every weekend to oversee the racing, make sure that we're all safe. So when one of these people who sort of watch over us while we go around, when they're involved in an incident, and even that is a horrible thing to imagine, but to, I guess, have one step worse happen and have someone lose their life, it's a hard thing to comprehend. I've been kind of struggling with it over the last couple of days, really, to process it. Because whilst wasn't directly involved in it, you're still there and you still feel the weight of it, and it is a weight. And I think to myself, if I feel like this, I can't imagine what it must be like for the family of the person involved. I wish I kind of well, I kind of wish I knew the person's name so I could do something or say something, but at the same time, I also respect that privacy, and I think you should too. I think Jem did it really well actually on Instagram, because Jem actually spun out, funnily enough, at Paddock Hill in qualifying, and obviously the marshals came to arrest you like they always do, and she said that as drivers, we get the glory, we get to do the fun stuff, we get the recognition. In reality, of course, it's not like that. It's not like that at all. It shouldn't be like that. These people who come to the circuit to make sure we can race are volunteers. They give up their time usually for lunch. There's no money involved, and maybe that's a conversation for another day. So to sort of again have us get to be out there, do all the fun stuff, and then I get to come home, and this marshal doesn't. It's it doesn't sit well. But I wanted to make a video or something. I didn't really know what to do. It felt wrong for me to like put out a video as normal today and be like, ha ha ha, sim racing, ha. But that's just not how I feel at the moment. And we cancelled the video from Brands Hatch as well. I don't think it's appropriate at all to be posting anything from there really, video wise. Maybe that's a different mindset. A lot of other racers, I think to be a proper racing driver, you have to be able to look through this stuff. And it was sort of the first time I realised, hell, I'm not a racing driver. I'm just someone who has had the chance to go drive a fast car. I was glad when they cancelled the rest of the races because I knew every lap I'd go by there, that would be in my head, every lap. Well, it's still there now, so. I don't know. I think someone maybe set up a GoFundMe at some point for the Marshall's family. I don't know if it's legit or not. If I can find it and verify it, I will share it below and encourage you to donate generously if you can. I will be doing so, again, if I can find this page. And I guess just one last ask, that you don't go looking for this crash. You don't go poking and prodding for more information. The official statement is the statement, and that's it. There's no more. So I know people have a lust for information, but just restrain yourself this time. But yeah, I wanted to make something. Hopefully this didn't come out as a rambly mess. It probably did. It won't be monetized or anything like that, obviously. It's not right. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Make sure to tell the people you love that you love them often. Take care, and see you next time.